Is the proposed operation likely to succeed? Is it in the realm of practicability in terms of material and supplies? Chester W. Nimitz. And then another one for Arthur Bomber Harris. Alright, so I'll note at this point that I basically have had at least a couple, let's say, Let's Plays for this Hearts of Iron Honduras Let's Play going up. In that time, I'll note that I actually did an Egyptian Let's Play where I went after the Free Egypt achievement. And that went pretty well, I think. For the most part, I basically got to, get Egypt out, but it's a very odd war in that basically, Spain took a lot of, France's territories over here. You got the Spanish Congo over here now. Very odd war. I know over here, basically, you've got, all the Soviet states, basically taking out all this stuff like crazy. And all that stuff, but whatever. Let's just jump back into Honduras here. And we'll just continue on. So at this point, I believe we're justifying war on this guy here, Dominican Republic. Need about 100 days for that to happen. I'll note that for this episode, I basically want to get all the quick, easy wars out of the way with this episode, so I'll try and take out the Dominican Republic. I plan to maybe take out Cuba if I can, and then we also maybe will take out Ecuador if I have time as well. After I take out those three countries, basically at that point, I basically have to, go after one of the stronger countries around, which would be Colombia, maybe Mexico. Maybe Peru will be ambitious, but that's really ambitious going after Peru. Well, let's just get it going, I guess. I got my troops over here ready to go. These guys are training up. I don't really have all these guys training up, they're basically done. So let's just put them in this guy's army here. And let's just start getting this going. Right, got a couple divisions popping out over here, that's fine. Let's go join that guy's group for now. I'll conquer the Dominican Republic and I'll start organizing myself a little bit more. There's CSA effort. And there's the King of Romania joining the Axis. So, earlier today, German Reich and Kingdom of Romania issued a joint statement that the latter has now been formally granted member status of the Axis. Whether this partnership will be used for offensive or defensive purposes remains to be seen, but undoubtedly, extensive joint military planning is already underway. The war escalates. Yes, the war escalates. Alright, what am I going after at this point? Although at this point I basically have a lot of stuff basically done for research and such. But let's get this right now, I think. I haven't played this for a couple weeks now, right? So, just trying to get back to what I was basically doing here. Alright, so Greece has capitulated, so over here basically Italy, took out Greece. They usually do that. And of course, we basically have all these other guys basically in the Axis now. So Romania's in the Axis, Hungary's in the Axis. Germany's, of course, is Axis. He's apparently got war goals against the Soviet Union, so that'll probably pop at some point if they haven't already. Is Greece, or is Germany already at war with them already, or no? So we should see like the Germans eventually declare war on the Soviet Union because they basically did that. Some things are basically scripted always happen in this game, and basically up to the point where like Germany declares war on the Soviet Union, that's basically going to be, scripted to basically happen. It's just a matter of time for it to happen. It really all stems from the finish over here. If basically, what basically has to happen in history, I think it's basically, sort of opinion that because the Soviets basically failed their war against the Finnish, the Germans are like, maybe the Soviets are attempting to go after, so they declare war as all of that. We'll see how it basically goes. Okay, these guys are ready, so let's pop in this guy right here. Now, note that these guys here, basically their job is just to sort of hold their ground. They're not really meant to, advance on this guy. That's what this guy down here is going to do. He's going to advance on San Domingo. These guys are all about, defending my territory, basically, to keep it intact. Still a few more days. Unlocking iron. At least I know I'm pretty good with, output and supplies for now. Alright, what do I want to get here? Something I know about Honduras is that they don't really have that great ability to, do this, stuff as they please, like their fierce and stuff like that. They don't really have a whole lot of, awesome stuff, unfortunately. What I think I may want to do is actually get the air warfare fierce at this point. I'll note that with the Air Force, basically I haven't really been doing a whole lot of Air Force stuff, but eventually I do like to build an Air Force because it's sort of neat to basically offset a lot of the penalties you basically will suffer at some point. You can also go for air superiority, that's also pretty good. But let's just start building up our air experience. I'll show off eventually what this experience is all about up here. Besides hiring generals and stuff, you can actually do other stuff like the experience up here for designing your vehicles and stuff like that. Your weapons of war, basically. Blah blah blah. Okay, there's some more war support from that. I want to do what now? I might want to get this at this point, just to get a few more naval dockyards. Why not? We'll do this. After a certain point, basically just you're sort of getting stuff for the sake of getting stuff from the natural focus trees for the non-main world powers. I'll note for for main world powers United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, they basically all have special focus trees that can go down. I'll probably do at some point focus tree of one of the major nations, but for now I'm basically playing little Honduras here. Or I guess now we're playing the Central American Empire, but whatever. Okay, you're ready to go. Let's get this underway. So we're going to declare war. And this guy can get his goal going. I'm just going to drop this down to 4. Now this guy's going to attack me quite badly, but I should be able to hold him off, so that's fine. And then I can take the Dominican Republic at the same time. Now, he's got one guy there, that's fine, I can take him on. By the way, these guys are going to weaken themselves a lot attacking me, so I'm good with that. Oh, they're actually trying to walk back, these guys. I probably don't want them doing that, so... He's going to keep attacking me if I can, I guess. Actually, you know what? If he's going to be weakening himself that much, let's just, you know, have you start advancing. When you can. There we go. We're going to advance on these guys here because they weakened themselves too much. You can just jump into that guy's group. Ooh, a lot of these guys popped out. Just go in there. You guys just go make your own faction somewhere. Doesn't matter. We're still winning over here, which is good, but... He really does like to attack me quite a bit, apparently, this guy. Well, looks like we're about to win this battle over here. Get this guys to join over here. Still popping out guys over here slowly. Yeah, these guys are done. Once I take their capital, that should be it for the Dominican Republic. Because they're a very small nation and... Interesting. Okay, let's have these guys go here and you guys go there. Half these guys are going to go here and these guys are going to go there. I guess we have to take a little bit more territory and then we'll win. Yeah, look at that. Basically, we have to take one more state just to take out Dominican Republic, so that'll have to happen. Let's get the construction going on like crazy over here, so let's have these guys produce stuff. Just build up convoys like crazy over here. You can build up their factory over here, I guess. By the way, because I took their capital, I basically have access to their industries over here, so we're making a good stuff, basically, as a result. You know, I might want to make motorized at some point. Motorized is useful for, like, you know, support stuff, so it may be worth getting that at some point. Just to make a few trucks. I figure I just must just go out for a few more artillery. We're just going to go in here. I'll grab myself a little bit more iron from the United States. Yeah, we're doing some massive attacks over here. Oh yeah, because they basically had this settlement over here. I have to take that too, I guess. Alright, so there we go. We finally got them. We're just going to take all states. That's a nice little awesome, like, you know, grab right there, so I'm happy about that. Something I may want to do actually start actually looking into research for this now. I'm gonna look by the way that I've actually been using like, you know, the basic like, you know, transport ship, which basically lets me transfer 10 like, you know, guys around. If you actually have like, you know, this one right here can actually send like 40 like brigades, and this is like what you really need to like do like massive assaults. So let's start researching this. And I'm going to go down here to Ecuador. We're just going to basically get these guys conquered first, I think, so keep hearing the wrong things there, but whatever. We're just going to send that to him. And then we'll go off to Cuba here, and we'll justify war goal to conquer Cuba right after. Okay, you're going to go down to... there in a bit, I guess. After you get there, I guess. You can just go here. By the way, at this point, because I own like the entire island, I have a little bit more supplies to run around with, so that's nice. Yes, you guys are gonna get down to Panama. I want to have one of these guys over here. Let's get over there. You jump into that one. We took a few casualties from this army over here, apparently, so I gotta watch out for that, but whatever. Let's drop these guys in here. You get up here then. Just going to gather up a nice little force to go up to those guys. I suppose at this point we can actually speed up things a little bit, so let's do that. Jump into there. And there we go. Germany breaks the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. The non-aggression pact between Germany and the Soviet Union, a surprising development to begin with, has now less surprisingly fallen apart. Germany has attacked, breaking the pact, and returned to once again openly speaking of the Soviet Union as a menace that must be faced for our visions of the future to become reality. Soviet leadership is less than pleased, but perhaps less shocked by the betrayal than disappointed that they didn't seize the opportunity first. Trust between giants is a fragile thing. So basically there we go. The Axis are now going to be at war with like the Soviets. We'll see how that basically goes. And these guys are just going to get into here. These guys are basically going to get their invasion going. I want these guys basically to hit, the port city over here. If I hit the port, then basically, I can go up and conquer everything else from there. 10 guys is probably all I need for Ecuador, by the way, because Ecuador is a very small nation. So if I click on these guys right here, they basically only have 2 brigades, and it might be like a 3rd or 4th, but they're not really going to be much of a threat to take out, so shouldn't be too much of an issue to take them on. Now something I have to do, by the way, because I basically have this ship up here patrolling, he's got to basically change his patrol to down here for the naval thing. So he's just going to move his way over here. And there we go. Now I got this guy patrolling over here. These guys are all retrained, so we can stop them from doing that for now. We're still training up quite a few guys, but I have to watch out at this point for stuff like, equipment and, manpower. I do have quite a bit of manpower left, but, that could, dry up if I'm not careful. Alright, let's see here. Flexible Navy or a large Navy. Although basically there's these couple doctrines you basically get here. You get fleet and beam doctrines or the flexible Navy. Basically these will let you get specific doctrines for where you want to basically focus on. doesn't really matter which one I go after, I don't think, for my purposes for the most part. Basically, this is like, for using your carriers at sea. This is for like destroying the supply lines and starving their war machine. I'm probably gonna go for Fleet and Being just for, the hell of it, so let's do that. Fleet and Being. Start researching this. By the way, I'll note when you have like, big forces or like, invading stuff, you have to basically plan for it, and bigger like, invasions actually take more time to plan. In case that isn't like, stuff I stated already. Here's that done. I'll know at some point I want to get this as well, but actually I have to get the radio. Let's get that now. Radio is very good for reinforcing, and at this point, because I got so many troops, it'll be worthwhile to have that for defending and offensive purposes. Not really defending, but more or less offense. And then I'll start focusing on the industry stuff I've been neglecting so long. Blah, blah, blah. These guys are slowly getting trained. And I feel like they're getting hot acclimation, some of these guys. I'll note basically there's like, acclimation is basically let your guy get decent into your hot or cold climates. Depends on like what year and where they are basically based. Alright, this guy went first, so he's going to pop into this over here, and it's, he'll go over here. Now I'm setting these guys up over here so that they can invade Cuba from this angle over here, and I'll have like a force invade from this angle as well. Basically, a joint attack for the most part. And again, let's just, take these guys into their own army for now. I got 12 divisions being trained, that's fine. Whoops. I wonder if I can get away with these guys patrolling both the two seas over here. You basically have to have like, basically where like every convoy goes. Basically these guys, they have to go into like this sea first before they go over here. So see if that works for them. Alright, good. So I basically have like one like, ship patrolling both these places, but it still works, so I'm fine with that. Cool. Jump into that one. Oh, something happened. Alright, so here's the population of Greater Hungary. So having regained the lands that were taken from them in the Treaty of Trianion, Miklos Horthy issued a proclamation yesterday evening that the nation shall henceforth be known as Greater Hungary. It is hoped that this will serve to increase Greater Hungary's prestige in the eyes of the world, as well as better describe the extent of its borders. They're a bit full of themselves. Yes, very much they are. So yeah, basically at this point, these guys rename themselves. They're now Greater Hungary. Now, note by the way that something to note about in this game. Depending on like how like these guys conquer stuff, they'll like get land as a result of what they're doing. I've seen like it possible where like I've seen Greater Hungary basically get land like pushing in over here. Sometimes even over like Kingdom of Romania. Sometimes it's like the direct they just take all land for themselves. What's going to happen basically at this point is that these guys are going to like push into Russia, and depending on how well they'll do, they could like push all the way up to its borders, or basically get a shot back at some point as well. With nationalist Spain over here, sometimes you get the Republicans over here, but this is nationalist, so what's probably going to happen is they're going to like just keep pushing and pushing the Soviet Union, and it's very possible they may actually take out the Soviet Union if they're lucky. We'll basically see how it basically unfolds in the future. Japan itself might declare war on people as well. They'll eventually, right now they're at war with Japan because they conquered China, and if they conquer China, then they don't really have much ambitions to basically like push on too much besides that. So they have China, they're happy. They'll eventually go after, let's say, the Philippines or something like that, but they're good to sit a while and just like do whatever they want for the most part. Okay, so they're going after British Malaya. So that means they're basically not at war with, like, England. So there's, like, German-British, which basically has, Germany and the Japanese going against the British. That's just the Allied forces versus the Germans and Japanese. And then we got, like, the Germans-Finnish, which is basically the Germans against the Axis and the Comintern. So basically, it's split into two wars basically going on. And one for Dutch Indies. So yeah, they're going to try and take out stuff over here, apparently. I guess that makes sense. That's one thing you can do. Alright, over here, what I want to do. I'm going to hold off on getting anything over here for now. I may want to start getting rocket effort at this point, though, so I may want to do that. Or I'm training up an army. I might want to do that at this point, or even do this over here, construction. Could start building up infrastructure all over the place. That'd be worth doing. Yeah, why not? Let's just do this. And as soon as we're basically done constructing our Guatemalan factory here, I'm just going to build up a little bit of infrastructure over the place. So we're just going to go here, 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 here. Just to start out with, and then basically I'll bump this all up to 2 so my guys can move around here a little bit faster and, like, get better production and stuff out of all that stuff going on. I think we're good for now, so let's leave it be. There we go. Those guys can go right there. You guys go over here, I think. And this is actually a good time to possibly get another... I didn't mean to do that, I don't think, but whatever. I'm not going to care about it too much. Just do that. Get rid of it. We're just getting ourselves a third commander at this point because I have, like, more troops getting pumped out at this point, so it makes sense I have another commander. This guy doesn't have anything special about him. He's just, a regular commander with nothing on him, so... There's your new army. Just go over there. There's some more troops. Awesome. All more on the way, but we'll get these guys to start training. There we go. The last of these troops basically trained up right now. Alright, there we go. I can go out for Ecuador, so let's do that. This guy's ready to go, so we'll just do this. And we'll just declare a war. This shouldn't be too hard to do because Ecuador, as I said, isn't that strong, so he's only got like an extra brigade, so he should go down pretty easily. He doesn't even have troops here, that's awesome, so... There we are, basically we have his place here. You're just going to draw an offensive line to Quito. Once I take Quito, that'll be it for him, so just get to work doing it. Apparently the Axis wants to invite me to their faction. I'm going to decline for now because that'll mean I'll go to war with, like, you know, the United States, which is not in my interest right now. You just joined that guy right now. There is a benefit to joining a faction, by the way, but I want to get, you know, a little bit stronger before, like, you know, doing something like that. Here's construction done. I'm not in 1943 yet, so let's just sort of keep going on the path we are for what we're doing. And we're going to push this guy out to the mountains over here. That's awesome. Okay, this guy's being really... I want to send, like, some of these guys to go elsewhere, right? So, you go up this way. You're going to go this way. I only need Quito, but if I take, like, the stuff around it, then they'll, you know, open up avenues to go elsewhere. So, let's do that. Oh, cool, it took it finally. Did I lose one of my troops, apparently? Interesting. Okay, I need to have these guys attack, so they stop attacking me. That'll push them off a little bit so I can take Quito and be done with it. I lost the brigade. Don't know how that happened, but oh well, it happened. These naval occupation, you have to watch out for it, you know, happening like that. You lose guys haphazardly, but whatever. Alright, we took Ecuador, so they're out of the way. Just take all the states. I get all their production and stuff, so that's awesome. You guys get to go back to... Just make your way back over here, I guess, so... Scatter your stuff over there. I'm going to have to train one more troop just to basically, like, you know, make up for the lost guy, you know, in his occupation there. You guys just take all them. We're getting lots of military factories, which I'm happy to basically see, because it means that I'm going to have lots of more, like, you know, infantry equipment going on and other stuff. Let's get this right here. Get that. I have to say, I'm building quite a few convoys. I might be able to get an achievement that, you know, I've got to get for, like, you know, having like 1,000 convoys. That'd be really cool to see. Alright, now we got that out of the way. Let's get these guys ready to do their stuff. First things first, this guy's going to be patrolling over here, so... Shift right click to remove his, like, you know, patrol there, so he'll be only here. Next, let's get this guy to get his invasion force ready. He's just going to do a naval invasion on right there. And then we'll have these guys over here prepared their invasion force. I think it's possible I might be able to take out one of their, well, maybe not right there, but... It's possible I might be able to take out one of their, like, you know, places here. So, if I do that, that'd be cool to see, so... We'll try and make let's do like a double strike on both these, and then we'll see how it goes there. Let's get that going. And at this point, I'm actually going to start looking into getting some more ship research going. I think at this point. And I'm looking at the light cruisers, by the way, because I'm actually going to start building these. So let's get a light cruiser going here. Thinking about it, I should probably go in here and actually get, ship designer. So let's get that out of the way. You get up to here. Think about it, something I may want to do. Let's just get a few more units here. And well, you know what? Let's get a lot more units. We're gonna go 50 more divisions. That'll probably be it for the infantry I'm gonna get, and then we'll start worrying about other type of stuff that you have to basically get going. Okay, he'll need A4. He'll need 4-2. See, I note that this guy basically's got 24 troops, so you have to plan longer for it. While this guy's basically only got half as many, so he has to plan as less. Alright, so there's Siam joining the Greater Eastern Coast Prosperity Sphere. So earlier today, Japan and Siam issued a joint statement that the latter has joined their thing. So over here, basically these guys, Siam is now basically, at war with everyone else, or will be. And that's actually pretty cool for them because they're in a good position to basically hit everyone around them. Now, something very interesting to see here. Sometimes Japan doesn't declare war on everyone, and then they'll actually demand, Indochina over here from, the Free France, basically to, add to the empire. Because they're declaring war, they're not going to be able to do that, I don't think, but, that's something you can actually see. Alright, that's out of the way. I'm going to wait a little bit before, declaring my war so, these guys can actually, get some, preparation time done. And then we'll actually go after Cuba. I expect Cuba's going to be a little bit more resistant than, the other guys because they actually have guys in their capitals, which are basically where the ports are. And, I don't have a landing spot on these guys, so they'll be a little bit more challenging result. If I take one of the ports still, they'll be done at that point, because I'm going to send all my troops over there and take the places completely from them. Okay, these guys are all going to jump into this guy's army. He's got 16 battalions now. It's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't know it, but this guy can actually, start doing stuff. So you can actually have these guys basically doing, traits and upgrades for him. I don't think we've done it yet for any of the other guys, but we can do it with this guy now. Basically, he's got, the Invader perk here. And if I want to, I can actually, unlock additional perks that I want for, him to basically have. Invader basically gives him Amphibious invasion speed plus 30% and preparation time or faster. I can also give him Amphibious, which basically lets him get the naval assault plan and extra marine supply grace for if he wants to, he can basically get higher things, or he can get basically naval liaison, which basically lets him get more shore bomber, which is okay, but well, I actually probably want to get this at some point, but. Why not? We'll get this now. Basically, let me make use of battleships to bombard enemies at some point, but I have to build the stuff for it. But we'll get to it eventually. Okay, these guys. Oh, apparently you'd have the Florida coast also for hitting up here. Well, that's good to know. You get to patrol up here as well then. Alright, that guy's ready to go. There is a time limit before, like, you know, you have to, like, declare war on these guys, so... it's coming up to that point where I have to basically either declare war or, you know, basically cancel the, you know, thing. Gotta watch out for that. That's close enough. Let's see how this goes. So these guys are going to basically sell first. Or they should. After I declare war. Now I don't expect Savannah to fall very easily, but we'll try and see how it basically goes. If I take it out, I take it out, and then, like, you know, I can just take out the rest of them easily enough. Likely I'll have to hit down here with, like, a lot of force. Yeah, look at that, it's going to probably fail. But whatever, these guys basically, like, you know, hold them off there a little bit, that's fine. And they're moving all their stuff over here, basically, to reinforce possibly if they need to. Interesting. Probably should have held off the invasion so, like, you know, they, you know, wouldn't, like, you know, all run away like that, but whatever. Let's have one of these guys actually just pop out for a moment, I think. And you can plan your invasion on Havana, I think. Yeah, it's going to take him much less to basically do his invasion plan, so... that should go swimmingly. Soviet Union annexes Tannu-Tuvu. In a press release earlier today, Moscow announced the formal annexation of Tannu-Tuvu. The Supreme Soviet agreed to a request from the Tuvan Parliament for membership in the USSR. The small Tuvan People's Republic, which has been officially recognized by the Soviet Union and Mongolia, will be organized as an autonomous oblast. So yeah, for those who don't know, there's apparently this place called Tannu-Tuva that's basically over here, or was over here, somewhere around, like, you know, these territories for, like, the Russians. And it basically was like this very small country that existed before it basically was absorbed by the Soviet Union. And these guys are at war still. Alright, let's see how this is going to go. Apparently I got these guys invading already over here, so that's going to happen. So we'll have these guys invade 15 days later. Ooh, we might actually take these guys right away if I'm lucky. See how it goes. Probably I won't because they're going to reinforce this place quite easily, but... yeah, they're reinforcing it right now, but... while they're basically doing that, this guy will probably hit them, you know, in Cuba perhaps, and we'll basically see how it goes. You might see this guy retreat a few times, but, you know, nothing too special will probably happen. Now, I think while you basically have guys out, you really can't do much in terms of, like, you know, planning, like, new invasions. So basically see these guys over here. Yeah, now we're attacking them on two fronts, so not going to be able to, like, you know, spring up guys up here and down there. So we might have a chance of basically taking one as the harbors, and then I'll be done. You're over here. I'm just going to have you cancel the orders and start preparing maybe to see if you can get over here. Okay, I don't know why I can't do that, so we're just going to wait for him to be done. And we'll go from there. We'll see how this goes. Basically, I might be able to I might be able to take them out here. Well, they might if they reinforce like that, but we'll see how it goes. Probably what I'll have to possibly do here, I'll just have to cut them in half and, like, you know, just start invading, like, you know, all over the place. Which is not something I really want to do, but, you know, I might have to for these guys. We'll see. Yeah, they're basically reinforcing all over the place up here, so that's unfortunate. Alright, well, whatever. Let's do it again. So this time we're just going to invade all over the place here. So, can I go over a few more places, please? Apparently it's not going to let me select any more than that, so that's kind of sucky. Alright, you know what? Let's just have these guys over here. They're going to basically, like, you know, attack over here, perhaps. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so there we go. Basically I have to have, like, you know, 2 invasions to go like that. That's fine. Let's prepare that stuff then. Unfortunately, these guys are, like, you know, losing their, like, casualties quite a bit here, which is kind of unfortunate. When you take casualties, you'll actually lose experience on your guys, so you have to really watch out for that. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought for Cuba. I didn't expect to have to invade them 3 times, but I may have to do that, just because I failed twice here. Just delete all your orders for now. Oh, we might get all these guys popping out. That'll be nice. There we go. Get these guys all trained up. Let's get this now. You know, at this point I should probably just, like, you know, start getting up my cruiser effort so we can build light cruisers a little bit faster. This is something I probably should be doing right now. I'll note with cruiser effort, by the way, I'll be able to, be able to do a one-time research ahead of, you know, stuff penalty if I want to, so. Well, basically, like, you get this a little bit cheaper, or you get that a little bit faster. No, not going to join you just yet, don't worry. I really need to get my war support up. It's really low, just to throw it out there. These guys are both ready. So let's see if we can go like this. Oh. Okay, we got over here of these guys. I want these guys to basically push in here as fast as possible, so we basically want to have some of these guys push this way, and the rest of them basically go elsewhere, so you guys will advance this way, and some of you go this way. Basically attacking from multiple sides to basically, you know, make mincemeat of them, so there we go. It pushed me back a little bit here, so I gotta watch out for that. Some of these guys have to come back to help defend, so we'll start doing that. These guys don't have the supplies, by the way, so I have to really watch out for that. But if I take out this place over here, it'll be, you know, at least I'll be able to take out the rest of the stuff. There we go. These guys are in. Now I have to basically, you know, reach these guys over here as quickly as possible. So these guys can go attack over here. I really should get all my guys basically over here at this point, so let's do that. Probably not that many because there is still supply issues over here, so I gotta watch out for that, so... Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna send them over there regardless of whether I want them or not. Alright, some of these guys have to go up here, so... Let's keep attacking. Alright, we took Cuba. Well, for a moment there I thought I might lose some guys, but I'm quite happy that I didn't for that, you know, reason. Alright, well I'm going to have to basically do some more, like, you know, stuff next time, but for now, let's just leave it here, and, well, we'll pick it up next time where we basically have to go after either Colombia, Mexico, or someone else. Take care, all. Take care.